Hello everyone. So topic for today, total internal reflection in prisons. It's going to be a very interesting topic to cover. टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन तो हमने कर ही लिया है. नाउ अब बात करते हैं ये टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन प्रिजन्स में कैसे वर्क करता है. टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन होता भी है कि नहीं, एंड इन प्रिजन्स में ये टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन का इम्पैक्ट क्या होता है. So let us begin with our prisms of different types. So we have categorized our lesson into three parts. Three parts meaning we will consider an equilateral prism, an isosceles prism and a scalene prism. So angles equilateral के तो बताने की जरूरत ही नहीं है, 60 60 60. isosceles prism में हमारे पास एक 90 है, दो 45 डिग्रीज हैं, and then we have finally got the 30 60 90 का combination in the prism and we will see how this works. So नीचे मैंने लिखा है ये करते क्या क्या है. well, जब हम डायग्राम्स को स्टडी कर लेंगे फिर हम इसको रीजन आउट करेंगे कि कैसे कैसे हमारे डिविएशंस हो रहे हैं in these different types of prisms. So let us start with our equilateral prism. सो हमारे पास है एक इक्विलैटरल प्रिज्म. सो रिफ्रैक्शन कुछ ऐसा दिखता है. अब मैं कितना भी पिक्चर दिखा दूं, अब इसे जब तक हम समझेंगे नहीं तो नेचुरली व्हेन लेफ्ट टू आवरसेल्व्स हम बना नहीं पाएंगे. सो देखते हैं ये प्रिज्म्स बनाएंगे कैसे, ये रिफ्रैक्शंस या रिफ्लेक्शंस होंगे कैसे. सो हियर वी हैव एन इक्विलैटरल प्रिज्म. Now we have an incident ray. All right, let us take an incident ray. Of course ये सारे 60 हैं, ये तो बताने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. So we pick up one incident ray which is normal to the plane. So normal होगा तो naturally it will go undeviated. Now if this is 60, this is 90 in a triangle, this angle will be 30 degree. अगर इस पॉइंट पे हम नॉर्मल ड्रॉ करते हैं, so what would this angle be like? This will be 60 because ये पूरा तो 90 था. अब ये एंगल हो गया 60. ये एंगल क्या है? ये एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस है. नाउ द क्रिटिकल एंगल फॉर ग्लास जिसका प्रिज्म बना हुआ है उसकी वैल्यू होती है 42. यानी कि टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन कब होगा? इफ माई एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज ग्रेटर देन द क्रिटिकल एंगल, दैट मीन्स 42 डिग्री, तो होगा टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. अगर 42 डिग्री से कम है हमारा एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस, सो देर इज नो टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. सो वेल, यहाँ पे वी हैव एन एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस विच इज 60 डिग्री. So this 60 degree is of course greater than my critical angle of glass which is 42 degree जिसका प्रिज्म बना हुआ है, right? So अब क्या होगा? Well, it is undergoing a total internal reflection. Now if it is total internal reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. ये भी 60 हो गया. Now if this is 60 and this entire angle was 90, ये 60 है तो ये कितना हो गया? 30. So by angle sum property this becomes 90. अब 90 है तो क्या होगा? Well, ये undeviated बाहर आ गया because any ray which is at an angle of 90 degree or incident normally will come out undeviated. Well, exactly यही हुआ. So what have we read this as? ये जो total internal reflection हुआ, what has it resulted in? Now if you look at the entire representation here, so this was my angle of, okay, this is my incident ray extended, right? So where will be my angle of deviation? Well, this is my angle of deviation. What is angle of deviation? Angle which is enclosed between the incident ray extended and the emergent ray. So this is my emergent ray and this is my incident ray extended, राइट. सो इसके बीच का एंगल क्या हुआ? वेल, इसके बीच का एंगल ये डेल है. दिस इज द एंगल ऑफ डिविएशन. वेल, इसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी? अगर आप कैलकुलेट करो तो इसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी? नाउ इफ यू लुक एट, ऑलराइट, इफ दिस इज 60 डिग्री व्हाट इज दिस एंगल, वर्टिकली ऑपोजिट है, 60 डिग्री हो गया, राइट? ये पूरा एंगल हमारा 90 डिग्री है. सो इफ दिस इज 60 देन ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज 30 डिग्री. द वन इन येलो, अब मुझे निकालना है पूरा ये एंगल ऑफ डिविएशन. सो व्हाट आई डू इज एड 30 प्लस 30. सो माय एंगल ऑफ डिविएशन इज 60 degree. So here is the outcome of using an equilateral prism. Well, it causes a deviation of 60 degree. Angle of deviation in an equilateral prism is 60 degree. अब आप इस फेस से ये इंसिडेंट रे ले लो या इस फेस ऑफ द इक्विलैटरल प्रिज्म से इंसिडेंट रे ले लो. So it will not matter. The result will be the same. Now moving on to our isosceles prism. Isosceles prism में what are the angles which we have? 90, 45, 45. So these are the angles which we have in our prism now. Now we will be studying 3 different applications for this particular 90, 45, 45 prism. That means it is going to be impacted differently in all the 3 different cases. So इसे पढ़ते हैं starting with the first. So let me minimize all the rest. All right. So this is the figure which we are considering. Let us now see how the refraction or total internal reflection is different in a 45, 45, 90 degree का isosceles prism. So here is the setup. जहाँ हमारे पास है 2 incident rays PQ and of course we have P dash Q dash. Now PQ is normal to the plane AB. P dash Q dash is also falling normal to the plane AB. तो क्या होगा, ये रेज जाएंगे undeviated. So what will happen? The ray PQ से hits at M. Now अगर कंसिडर करें हम ट्राइंगल AQM by angle sum property, ये तो 90 डिग्री था because my incident ray was perpendicular normal to the plane AB. So what would this angle be? Well, it will be 45 degree, right? Now this is the other normal which we have. All right, this is the other normal which we have. यानी कि हमारा angle of incidence कितना हो गया, 45 डिग्री का हो गया, right? Now if my angle of incidence is greater than 42 degree, which is the value of the critical angle फॉर ग्लास, सो क्या होगा, टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन हो जाएगा. सो बिकॉज 45 इज ग्रेटर देन द क्रिटिकल एंगल, द रे PQ इज टोटली इंटरनली रिफ्लेक्टेड. एंड यहाँ इफ यू लुक एट द फेस BC ऑफ द प्रिज्म, बिकॉज इफ आई कॉल दिस एज ST, now the ray ST is falling perpendicular to the plane BC of the prism. ये बाहर आ जाएगा undeviated, right? Now look at the second ray here, P dash Q dash. Well, this is also having an angle of incidence at N which is greater than the critical angle. So naturally P dash Q dash is totally internally reflected and it comes out through BC undeviated. So result क्या हुआ, अगर हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट has the head here at P and the tail here at P dash, so ये head at P is now obtained at say X and head falls at X and the tail falls at X dash. Now if you analyze this, हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट का पोजिशनिंग कुछ ऐसा था एंड इमेज की पोजिशनिंग हो गई है कुछ ऐसी. So what do we notice here? Well, a 90 degree deviation has been noticed here for a setup like this. Now if my isosceles prism is kept something like this, what happens? Just take a look. So यहाँ हमारे पास हैं 2 incident rays. One is the incident ray QD. So this is QD. QD is falling normal to the plane AC of the prism. Now if it is normal, naturally it goes undeviated and falls at M on the face AB. So M पे क्या होने वाला है? Now if you consider the triangle AMD, by angle sum property, if this is 90 degree, how much is this angle? 45 degree. अगर ये 45 degree है, how much is my angle of incidence? My angle of incidence is 45 degree at M. So if my angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle for glass, which is 42 degree, तो at M होने वाला है total internal reflection, and मुझे मिल जाता है एक ray my post total internal reflection. So my totally internally reflected ray है, m पे कोई रिफ्रैक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, y पे क्या होने वाला है, सेम चीज होने वाली है. सो एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस यहां पर भी हमारा 45 डिग्री है. So if my angle of incidence is 45 degree, so naturally I will obtain a totally internally reflected ray y q dash. So m पे भी total internal reflection है, y पे भी total internal reflection है. Similarly, तो हमने क्या देखा, q का इमेज कहाँ बना है, q dash पे बना है. That means head हमारा q पे था and image का head हमारा q dash पे है. Now consider the other ray which is PE. PE being the incident ray falling normal to the plane AC is going to go undeviated and falls at N. N पे again total internal reflection होगा because मेरा angle of incidence is 45 degree. Now मुझे मिल गया totally internally reflected ray NX. X पे फिर से total internal reflection होगा because my angle of incidence is again greater than 42 degree. So I obtain a ray post total internal reflection x p dash. So image of p has been formed at p dash. So object जो हमारा दिख रहा था ऐसा p q, अब कैसा दिख रहा है, p dash q dash. वेल क्या देखा हमने, 180 डिग्री की डिविएशन हो चुकी है यहाँ पे. सो अगर हमारे पास इन्वर्टेड इमेज है सो वो हो जाएगा अपराइट. सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ अ प्रिज्म प्लेस्ड लाइक दिस. सो 90 45 45 isosceles prism when placed like this causes a deviation through 180 degree. Now this setup here of the same isosceles prism also is going to produce a deviation of 180 degree. Now how does this work? अब हमारे पास अगर हम कंसिडर करें हमारा इंसिडेंट रे QM. नाउ ये एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस क्रिएट कर रहा है से θ1 एंड द एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन प्रोड्यूस्ड इज से α1. नाउ इफ वी कंसिडर द ट्रायंगल MAD, okay, we have MAD. This is 90. Why is it 90? Because ये नॉर्मल था. Now this is 45. So ये angle जो हमारी मिलेगी, this certainly will be less than 45 degree. If this angle here, let us say A, is less than 45 degree, अगर यहाँ हमने normal drop किया है, so my angle here with this normal, right? My angle here with this normal will be how much? It will be more than 45 degree. Why will it be more than 45? Because my angle A was less than 45 degree. So 90 में से अगर हमने छोटा एंगल सब्ट्रैक्ट किया तो naturally I will get an angle here which is greater than 45 degree. That means I have an angle of incidence which is greater than 42 degree and at D होने वाला है total internal reflection. So D पे हो गया total internal reflection, as a result of which ये रे मिलेगा हमें dx as our totally internally reflected ray. Now at x क्या होने वाला है, now my angle of incidence here is smaller than 45, 42 in fact. So total internal reflection होने नहीं वाली है and normal refraction होगा, as a result of which we get a refracted ray x q dash. Now consider the second incident ray. So हमारा second incident ray is, let us consider, all right, PN. Now angle of incidence, again the same concept. I will get an angle of incidence here, say θ2. Now this θ2, my angle of refraction produced here is α2. Of course my angle of incidence, by angle sum property मेरे इस angle की value आ जाएगी. So it will be less than 45 degree. If this angle is less than 45, मेरा angle of incidence मुझे मिल रहा है greater than 45, right? Greater than 45 degree. So if it is greater than 45, so naturally total internal reflection होगा at E. So after total internal reflection, what is the kind of ray I get here? ये तो पूरा red हो गया है. All right. So ये होने वाला है हमारा totally internally reflected ray EY. At y होने वाला है normal refraction because हमारा angle of incidence is less than 42. So ये मिल गया हमारा second refracted ray yp dash. So what do we see? Object head which was at q is obtained at q dash. The object tail p is obtained at p dash. So the object which was like this is now upright. So deviation क्या हो गई? 180 डिग्री की deviation हो गई. So this setup is also used as an application which produces 180 degree deviation. भाई आइसोसेलेस प्रिज्म अब बहुत हो गया. अब मूव ऑन करते हैं towards 30, 60, 90 degree in a prism. So this is a scalene prism, right? Now if you look at this and let us consider the incident ray which is normal to the plane, let us say YZ. So if I consider an incident ray, say PQ, which is falling at Q on YZ plane, what will happen? It will go undeviated because normal hai, right? So ये गया and falls at R. At R, if you drop a normal here at R, what will happen? Now if you consider this is going to be triangle RQZ. If you are applying the angle sum property, how much do I get this angle as? 60 degree. If this is 60, my angle here is a 30 degree. So how much do I get my angle of incidence as? My angle of incidence is 30 degree, which is less than the critical angle for glass. So naturally total internal reflection तो होने नहीं वाली है. Normal refraction होगा and normal refracted ray कहाँ जाएगा? Away from the normal जाएगा. So we obtain my refracted ray RS, right? So there is no total internal reflection happening in this particular case. Let us now consider a prism with angles 30, 60 and 90. एक incident ray लेते हैं. Alright, so here we have an incident ray, say PQ, which is incident at Q on the plane YZ, and it is incident normally, so जाएगा undeviated, and let us say it falls at R on the plane XZ. At R क्या होने वाला है? So angle sum property लगाते हैं. Angle sum property to triangle RQZ. So if this is 90, this is 30, how much is this angle? 60. So how much is the angle of incidence which I get? Angle of incidence हो जाएगी हमारी 30 degree की. Since my angle of incidence is less than the critical angle, there is going to be no total internal reflection. So R पे normal refraction होगा. And refracted ray कहाँ जाने वाला है? It will go away from the normal because light has been traveling from denser into rarer medium. So there is no total internal reflection observed in this particular case. Now in the same prism, if I change the position of the incident ray, so let us change the position of the incident ray and see what happens. So ये incident ray को, let me have an incident ray here. This is PQ. Now it is incident on the plane YX and it is incident normally. So what will happen? Well, ये जाएगा undeviated. Let us say it is incident at R on the plane XZ. Now at R, if we drop a normal, what will happen? What is the angle of incidence I get? So apply करते हैं angle sum property लगाते हैं to triangle XQR. Now this is 60, this is 90. How much is this? 30 degree. So how much is my angle of incidence? My angle of incidence is 60 degree, which is greater than the critical angle. So at R we are going to have a totally internally reflected ray. R पे होगा total internal reflection. So we get a totally internally reflected ray, and my angle of incidence is reflection also is 60 degree. All right. Now अब आते हैं at S. At S what is going to happen? So यहाँ भी बनाते हैं normal. So we have dropped a normal at S. What will happen? What is my angle of incidence here? So again लगाते हैं angle sum property. How much is this angle going to be? This angle is 30. In triangle RSZ, 30 30, that means this entire angle is 120, this alone is 90. So how much is my angle of incidence going to be? 30 degree. So if my angle of incidence is less than the critical angle, so क्या होने वाला है? No total internal reflection again. So a normal refraction will happen, wherein my refracted ray is going to bend away from the normal. So here is my refracted ray which I have obtained, which is now moving away from the normal. I think I should be showing it in a purple. All right. Right? अब इस प्रिज्म का पर्पस क्या हुआ? Let's see that. So angle of deviation निकालना है हमें, तो निकालते हैं angle of deviation. कैसे निकालेंगे? So angle of deviation is the angle between the incident ray extended and the emergent ray. So incident ray PQ and you have the emergent ray ST. So देखते हैं what is the angle of deviation created. अब इसे करते हैं हम extend incident ray को, we have extended it, and हमारे emergent ray को भी extend करते हैं, okay, to meet the incident ray. So I get an angle of deviation which is here. And how much is the value of this angle of deviation? Check करते हैं. Now in triangle, okay, let me call it, what do I call this? M. All right. MRS. This was S. All right. In triangle MRS, if I apply the angle sum property, now this angle alone is 120. So naturally the sum of A and B will be how much? 180 minus 120, 60. यानी कि A plus B is equal to 60. So my angle of deviation is bound to be lesser than 60 degree. So that is the purpose of this particular prism. The application is used for obtaining deviations lesser than 60 degree. Now the same prism, फिर से अगर हम incident ray की positioning change करते हैं, so let us take another position for our incident ray. What will happen? So this time we have an incident ray here, PQ, incident normally on the plane XZ this time. So it will go undeviated, right? So what is my angle here? This will be 30 degree according to the angle sum property. At R, let us draw a normal. So if I draw a normal here, what is my angle of incidence? My angle of incidence is 60 degree. So if my angle of incidence is 60 degree, at R there is going to be total internal reflection. So this is going to be 60 degree as well. My angle of reflection, and at S, what is going to happen if I drop a normal? How much is my angle here, my angle of incidence here? So let's check this out. Now this is 60, this is 30. If this is 30, this is 60. मेरा angle of incidence कितना है? 30 degree. अगर 30 degree है, so naturally there is going to be no reflection, no total internal reflection. The ray is going to get refracted at S. And where is it going to move towards? Away from the normal. So this is my refracted ray. So it's a very, very simple application, right? बड़े आराम से हो गया. Very different from what we had. The two previous cases were very different. इसी इंसिडेंट रे को अगर मैं नीचे शिफ्ट कर दूं तो कैसा दिखेगा? ऑल राइट, सेम इंसिडेंट रे, लेट मी शिफ्ट इट हियर. All right. So again, incident normally PQ. If it is incident normally, it will go undeviated. At R, if I drop a normal, what will happen? How much is my angle of incidence at R? This was 90. So my angle of incidence will be how much? This would be 60. This would be 30. So if this is 30, there is no total internal reflection at R. अगर total internal reflection नहीं है तो normal refraction होगा. And how is my refracted ray going to travel? Well, away from the normal. So this is my refracted ray, and there is no total internal reflection happening here in this particular application. Hope today's session has helped you understand the topic better. So if it has, remember to like it, share it and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining me here today.